just say 2-3-1?
I think he did.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Johnny Miller.
We're getting a little slap happy around here.
It is.
After the last 3 days.
We're down to 3, and it's the 5th place game coming your way here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It's the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, presented tonight and all weekend long by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance. It's time for the Ron Elby Auto Sales pregame show with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Chris Frankhauser is alongside for game number the 5th place game. This is game number 24.
Yes.
And you've done
This'll
4
be
every day.
Yeah.
You've already done 4 today.
This will be number 5
This
today.
will be number 5 today, so that means game number 13. Is that my math
Magic
correct?
13, yeah.
Number 13 for Chris Frankhauser. This is only game number 3 for me.
But you've been doing a lot of other stuff,
That's true.
A lot of other running around, sideline reporting, yelling in the crazy talent's ears about things through the course of the week.
I would not. I would not.
No.
This 5th place game, that's what we're here for. Let's talk about basketball. 4th place game or 5th place game. Illini Bluffs Tigers, the number 2 seed coming into the tournament. They were upset by West Hancock, who will be playing for 3rd place in just a little bit against the Monmouth-Roseville Titans, who come in tonight as an unseeded team to get the chance for a 5th place trophy.
Yeah, Monmouth-Roseville getting here with a 43-36 win. And in round 1 lost yesterday to Camp Point Central 44-27. Came back and beat A-Town this morning 46-33. Illini Bluffs here off of a 62-28 win as in round 1. As you said, Dwayne, losing to West Hancock 45-31 and coming back with a big win over Farmington 54-37 this morning at 9 o'clock.
Illini Bluffs kind of found their mojo this morning, I felt like.
Yeah. Of course, that was one I didn't see because we were over at Brophy Hall for a couple of games. But
yeah, for the first time in tournament history, all 26 games of the tournament were broadcast this year. I want to thank John Reynolds, Chris Frankhauser, and Alyssa for being over there to broadcast the 2 games that happened in Brophy Hall this morning. So we were able to get all 26 on. And I tell you what, it's been a long week. These 2 teams are 2 very good basketball teams. But the number 2 ranked team in the tournament and the number 2 ranked team in Class 1A,
the Monmouth-Roseville Titans
Illini Bluffs Tigers,
and the Illini
probably
Bluffs
the favorite
Tigers.
here. In this.
You would think so. A lot of that's going to go through for them is Hank Alvey.
And we're going to send it to Jake Croxton for the starting lineups.
And now let's meet the game 24 starting lineups. At 1 guard for Monmouth-Roseville, a 5'10 senior, number 3, Jake Steele. At guard for Illini Bluffs, a 5'9 junior, number 3, Jaden Washington. At guard for the Titans, a 6'2 senior, number 4, Darian Smith. At guard for the Tigers, a 6'4 senior, number 11, Wyatt Hindle. At forward for the Titans, a 6' junior, number 11, Peyton Thompson. And at forward for Illini Bluffs, a 6'3 junior, number 14, Devin White. At forward for the Titans, a 6'2 senior, number 22, Aiden Almagar. And at forward for Illini Bluffs, a 6'4 junior, number 22, Toby Cooper. In the middle for the Titans, a 6'3 senior, number 34, Nico Avendano. And in the middle for Illini Bluffs, a 6'9 senior, number 44, Hank Alvey. Jake Sotos heads up the Titan bench, assisted by Ethan Sikorsky and Tanner Schreck. Pat Osterman is your honorary coach, the sponsor, McDonough District Hospital. Clay Vaz heads up the Tiger bench, assisted by Trey David, Joe Waters, Brent Bruniga, and Taylor Bruniga. Brandon Hindle is the honorary coach, the sponsors, Nutrient Ag Solutions. The Game 24 officials are Brian Osoro, Dave Hasley, and David Bishop.
And there you have it. Jake Croxton, the 20th year for him announcing the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. We're ready to get underway. Jake Sotos, the head coach for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. He is a 3-time Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament all-tournament team selection in 1998, 99, and 2000.
Makes me feel old.
At Monmouth, then Monmouth, but Monmouth-Roseville High School.
I remember doing many of Mr. Soto's games in the Olympic Conference back when Macomb played them on a regular basis.
He was a good one, and he's a good coach, too. Here we go. White's going to drive to the rack and get the layup up and in. Devin White starts things off for the Tigers and gives them a 2-0 lead. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Avendano for 3, tries to answer, leaves it short. Wyatt Hindle, his dad is the honorary coach, part of Nutrien. We talked to Dan from Nutrien a little earlier today during the Illini Bluffs first contest of the day. Brandon helping to bring the commercials you're going to see from Nutrien here on the broadcast today. So we want to thank Nutrien Ag Solutions for coming on board and all they've done for the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament and our broadcast here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to see that. Ada Vass, thanks for watching from Greenup. We appreciate you. She knows Clay Vass, the head coach of the Tigers, just a smidge. May or may not be his sister. Devin White on the steal after the missed basket, and it's going to go back the other way. The Tigers with a chance to build on a 2-0 lead. Wyatt Hindle's 3 off, no good. Toby Cooper with a rebound and the putback. It is good, and Toby Cooper has his first 2, 4-0. And Hank Alvey, the Lehigh signee for the Tigers, has not scored a bucket yet.
A bench warning on Monmouth already.
Bench warning to Monmouth-Roseville. Jake Sotos is just smiling over there. Like, I don't even know what I did, maybe. Or maybe I just did it on purpose. That might be it, too. He's still got a smile on his face over there. Not so much now. It's gone now. But it was there, I tell you.
It was.
There it was, right there. You kind of see it a little bit. And, oh, Devin White with a steal. Gets just inside the official. He goes and lays it down. Slamming it home is Devin White. And it's a 6-0 lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, tough for Illini Bluffs. You got to defend. You got Alvey and Mr. White there with Major Hoffs, a very good basketball player for the Tigers.
With the basketball now is Peyton Thompson, the junior. Now Darian Smith with the shot off, no good. Alvey with the rebound, and he's in transition. 2-on-1. Alvey fakes, goes around the Euro step, and lays it up and in. They prevented the dunk, but they did not prevent the basket.
8-0 run for the Tigers here to start it in the first couple of minutes of the first quarter.
You have to feel a little bit like here, Chris, that this is what everyone expected out of Illini Bluffs when this tournament started. We didn't really see it until this morning against Farmington.
Yeah, hard to judge against Liberty, the big blowout win there, but yeah, I think Illini Bluffs may be hitting a little bit of stride here in the last day of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament.
Darian Smith on the dribble, gives it to Jake Steele. And a shot clock down to 1. He gets it off. It's short out the front of the rim. And Avendano just likes to tip the ball, and he threw it right off a steal that time. The ball's on the floor, wrapping it around, and finally it's going to be Alvey outletting it to Hindle. Hindle is going to go to the leg of the floor. Steele's going to try and cut him off. Can't get there. Wyatt Hindle's got the bucket. It's 10-0. Timeout Monmouth-Roseville, and 4 of the 5 starters have scored for the Illini Bluffs Tigers. They lead 10-0 with 4:56 to go. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And Chris, the Tigers could not have, I don't think, scripted a better start to this game.
No, definitely not. Hitting on all cylinders so far on the offensive end and playing excellent defense on the defensive end of things.
We talked about Jake Sotos being a 3-time all-tournament team selection here at the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. Clay Vass is a Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Famer to be. He knows how to win, and he's got this Illini Bluffs Tigers team playing really well.
Yeah, they are, and like I said, you know, you can do all you want to stop Alvey, but then you got the likes of Devin White. You know, a good player doesn't score a lot. Jaden Washington for the Tigers as well.
So the ball knocked away. Alvey comes up with it, pushes it down. Knocked away from him on a pass, and then he's going to pick up the foul I think this may be his earliest foul in a ball game all tournament long. He just seems to go deep into games before getting that first foul. He gets one there, though. His first, team's first.
Yeah, you're right. Going back to the last couple of games for Illini Bluffs Thursday and yesterday, really doesn't get, as with the size you might expect, a little bit more foul trouble from him. He does a very good job of not getting into foul trouble.
Avendano with it. And on the drive, the layup off, no good. A block foul is going to be called on Jaden Washington. The junior gets the foul, and it's going to be 2 free throws coming for Peyton Thompson, the junior for the Titans.
First on Washington, second on the Tigers.
So Thompson's first free throw come, and it is off, no good. Still 0 on the scoreboard, and a replay coming your way here as Thompson's going to drive, and you'll see Washington slide in, and he's already leaning back before the contact starts. Yep. That'll get you a block call every time.
That's a hard foul because it looked like it kind of took a knee to the chops on that one.
Missed the second one as well, and I'm not real sure what happened right there to Thompson. He fell back into Steele, and Thompson's holding the back of his head, and I think they might have hit heads. Steele and Thompson hit heads, and both of them are wincing. Thompson's holding the back of his head. Steele was holding his cheek.
Yeah. You're going to see Thompson check out.
4:15 to go. Wyatt Hindle misses the shot. Washington still the only one not to score yet for the Tigers, of the starting 5 anyway. Of course, there's a lot of bench players that haven't started yet. And a pass intended for number 12, Tyler Finicum, goes out of bounds off his hands. It'll go back to the Tigers as the Titans now, Chris, have set up a little full court pressure. It looks like it's going to be man pressure for the most part, but it's going to use some of the shot clock at least and kind of rush the Tigers a little bit.
Yeah, and do something because so far, nice pass.
Oh, my goodness. And Washington
one too many passes.
Alvey, and Washington may have been able to get the basket. He was looking for Devin White, and Devin White just wasn't looking for the ball, I don't think. Avendano with it. Pulls up. Up top it comes to Almagar, who has been silent so far in this one. He's one of the keys to the Titans squad. His shot's off, no good. And a rebound to Hank Alvey. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We love to talk to you as best we can, of course. And also like the stream. Share it if you would. Be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. We'd love that. And a Sports Corner 3 for Hank Alvey. And it's 13-0, Illini Bluffs.
Tough to defend when you got a 6'9" guy that can play post and shoot the 3 as well as he does.
Knocked out of bounds on the pass attempt as Toby Cooper got into the passing lane. So Cooper, White, Alvey, and Hindle all have points so far, correct?
Yes.
Washington's still the only one to not score. Alvey's got 5. White's got 4. And Avendano has to alter his shot and just couldn't get it to fall. Cooper drives, and that's going to be a
Going to call it offensive.
I don't know if we get a replay of that one or not, but that looked like they were coming together right there.
Toby Cooper whistled for the foul, his first, team's third.
Here's the replay coming back for that one as we come down the floor. Yeah, and that's Cooper got the charge, but I don't think anybody was set on that one.
It's going to stay with Monmouth, knocked out of bounds off the Tigers.
Now they're calling a foul on number 11, Wyatt Hindle, his first, team's 4th. Monmouth-Roseville, not a single foul yet. Illini Bluffs 4. Trying to get it inbound is Jake Steele. Still not finding anything. Finally gets it Darian Smith, but it's tipped out of bounds by Devin White. It'll stay with Monmouth-Roseville. Smith to inbound. Steele with it now. They got 30 seconds on the shot clock. Smith with it far side. Just not much motion right now from Monmouth-Roseville. Avendano with it. Darian Smith hits the Sports Corner 3. 13-3 is the score. So the first bucket of the game comes at about the 2:18 mark of the first quarter for Monmouth-Roseville. And if you talk to Coach Vass, one of the most important parts of the Illini Bluffs game is not so much offense, it's defense. He lives by the motto that if the other team doesn't score, you can't lose.
Yeah.
White dumps it, corner, Hindle, 3, good! A sports corner 3 for Wyatt Hindle. He's got 5 points. Liz hits. Zoe and Emma hits are watching. Thank you, Zoe and Emma. It's good to have you watching along with us. We greatly appreciate that. Interviewed Emma yesterday during the Southeastern game, and she was such a cutie.
I saw that.
So adorable, and Carter hits, gave her a big hug and a high five when she walked off the floor. Almagar lays one up and in. It's 16-5. We're kind of back to the same thing as we were in the last game, though, and John Reynolds and I were talking about it's hard to stay in a game when you're trading 2s for 3s. Devin White has a shot blocked, and they're going to call a jump ball. That's a good call. That is, by definition, exactly what that is. Coming in for Monmouth-Roseville, number 10 is Andy Myers, and number 32, James Blackman. And Jack Murphy checking in for the first time for the, and have you got a replay for that? Here's the replay. Saw the hand on the ball. Darian Smith did exactly what you want to do, and we're right back to live action. Hank Alvey looks down low, has it knocked away, but a foul's going to be called. That may be on Darian Smith. He got a block last time. Nope, they're going to call it on Tyler Finicum. Gets his first foul, team's first. Couple free throws coming for Hank Alvey now.
Alvey with 5 thus far in the opening quarter.
First free throw for Alvey. Good. First free throw of the game. And go ahead and with the replay here, see if we can get a slap of the arm or a slap of the hand here. What do we got?
Yeah, right
Finicum
there. A little
right
body.
there. Got both arms in there. Got both arms that time. Free throw off, no good for Alvey. And Devin White is going to throw it off Finicum. It'll stay with the Tigers. Checking in for the Tigers. Back in. Going to be Toby Cooper, number 22. He's going to replace Jaden Washington for Illini Bluffs. Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. Into Alvey it goes. Alvey, the reverse layup over Blackman is good. 1 minute remaining, and it's 19-5.
8 now for the senior for the Tigers.
Almagar with it. Almagar now back with it again. Now Blackman's going to have it. Right side it goes to Myers. Oh, nice give and go as Almagar is going to do a turnaround fadeaway bank shot off, no good, off the, and in the hands of Blackman, it goes out of bounds. It'll stay. The ball hit the bleachers, came right back to Hindle, except it hit the pole, bounced back to the bleachers again down there. Hindle had to get a little help from a fan to get the ball back. Oh, nice look to Murphy from Alvey. It's 29 seconds on the shot clock. And literally, it's, again, we've had this. This is the second time we've had this. There's more time showing on the shot clock than there is on the game clock. It's the second time here in these two games that we've seen this happen. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. 7 seconds. White's going to drive. Dumps it out corner. Hindle 3. No good. And that's how the quarter's going to end. 19-5 at the end of the first quarter of play. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back right after this.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. 19-5 is the score. The Tigers lead the Titans. I want to say hi to Rick Anderson watching as a snowbird down in Fort Myers, Florida, saying good luck, Titans. Says TSSR, great job. It's wonderful that snowbirds can watch. Well, it's wonderful that we have the snowbirds watching. Isn't that right, Chris?
It is. It is. Always neat to see where people are watching from. How many, we've gotten several foreign countries
British Columbia, Canada was the farthest I've seen today. That was in game number, I don't know, lost track. 22, I think. Game number 22, I think it was. Hey, and in case you're wondering, the official's standing right in front of us. That nice, loud whistle. Second quarter's underway. It's all Illini Bluffs right now. Alvey with it. Murphy standing there, say, hey, I'll take the ball. Cooper, three, right corner. Good, a sports corner three for Toby Cooper. Has he got 5 now?
He's got 5, and the lead out to 17, 22-5 in favor of the Tigers.
And through the zig when he went on the zag, but nice job from Almagar to go over and grab it. Now it's going to be Thompson with it again. I really don't struggle with names normally this badly. I might be tired. I'm not really sure.
I think we all are.
Not an excuse, though. I'll do better, I promise. Thompson with the drive, throws it up, and off, no good. Foul's going to be called. It might be on Murphy. We'll wait and see. It is Jack Murphy picking up the foul, his first, team's first of the second quarter. Are you used to the whole fouls resetting after every quarter yet?
I'm getting there. Just like wasn't originally used to sitting on this side of the gym this first time, but I like the vantage point, and I like the fact that we're pretty much it.
And the replay is a little hip check from Jack Murphy on Thompson. Thompson hit the first one. He's got another one coming. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line and got smacked in the back of the head earlier. Now the officials are going to come together and have a conversation. John Burton does a good job of switching over there and seeing what I'm sure, and like Darian Smith creeping in. You like that? Darian Smith creeping in behind, trying to, can I hear? Can I hear what he's talking about? Can I hear what he's talking about? I don't know. Now they've all quit listening. They don't care anymore. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Darian's kind of still watching, I guess. There's a lot of conversation down there. I don't know what they could be talking about. Dave Hasley's going to walk over and talk to him. What are we doing? What was that?
I'm still not quite sure.
Pointed fingers and arms a lot. Paul, did you hear what they said? I just saw arms pointing every direction. They pointed that way and this way and that way, and I didn't really know what happened. And he missed the second. And Thompson should blame that on the officials.
Yeah,
that's all the officials. Like,
yeah.
you iced him from the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the Tigers taking a timeout right there.
Yeah, well, it's like us talking about free throws and how well somebody does.
We did not, though.
No, not this time.
That wasn't us.
No, not this time. I will admit that causing some problems a couple of times in games the last few days.
The announcer's curse is real, I do believe.
It is. It is.
Avendano guarding Alvey there. Cooper.
Shot
clock.
Nope,
they're going to say it.
Oh,
he baked it in, and no good, though. Just by the skin of his teeth, he was a little short. The official got it right, though. He got it right.
He did. That even got a smile out of Coach Soto's. You know it's your night when the buzzer goes off and you bank one in.
But it doesn't count.
But it doesn't count.
Yeah, the official got it right. There's nothing about it, but you ought to get like a half a point or a point or something for that, shouldn't you?
Or maybe a foul taken away or, something, extra timeout.
Yeah. Cooper, if he had a foul, should get it taken away. That would have worked. Does he have a foul?
Yes.
We should make that rule. We should apply for that. And there's Alvey with a big-time block. I believe that was Thompson driving to the rack. And Alvey threw it down. Hey, throw that block in there. Let's see that thing real quick. Here comes Thompson driving. Here comes Alvey and just blocks it out of bounds. I think it would have made it better if he'd palmed it. And we're back to live action. Shot off, no good. And Alvey gets a rebound, outletting it to Murphy. Murphy has to wait on it. Threw it a little bit behind him. Right side it comes to Hindle. Hindle's going to try the three. It doesn't look good. It's not. Looked a little left, and it was. Steele comes down with the basketball. Back the other way it goes for the Titans. You can tell right now that Illini Bluffs is just feeling it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They are shooting with confidence. They're driving with confidence. They're playing with confidence. Layup going around Thompson. Devin White gets the bucket. It's his 6th point.
Yep, he's got 6, and the lead 24-6 for the Tigers.
Avendano trying to spin on Alvey, and Alvey showing maybe some quicker feet than people expected him to have. He cut Avendano as a very quick spin from Avendano, and he cut it off very quickly. Oh, looking down to Almagar. He can't finish. Alvey puts a hand on it. Steele's there. Alvey blocks it, and Alvey gets the rebound. A lot of contact, but it's going to come out to Hindle and back the other way with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Devin White down into the left elbow to Alvey. Alvey's going to turn around now. Skip it across to Hindle. Down in the corner, Murphy. White's going to dribble it off his own foot, the official says, and out of bounds.
Jaden Washington back for the Tigers. And Ethan Clark in for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans, and junior number 13.
Murphy's still in, so there's a 13 on each team now playing. And he goes right to the rack. Should have put him in, and sooner Ethan Clark gets the bucket in about 3 seconds after getting in the game. 4:25 remaining in the first half. Alvey's going to push it up the floor. Cooper was wide open cutting to the basket, and they finally tried to get it to him. It's knocked out of bounds, though, by Peyton Thompson. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Shot clock at 25, 4:20 to go. First half as
Josh Vaughn going to check in, and Jack Murphy going to leave for Illini Bluffs. Here is the inbounds to Vaughn. Vaughn had 4 threes, I believe it was, in their game at A-Town against Rock Ridge that kind of sparked them to a victory over Rock Ridge in that shootout. There's a carry called on Devin White. Turnover to the Titans. Whoa. Pass, not a good one from Thompson to Clark, and then not a good pass from Cooper to Washington, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Titans. 4:02 remaining here in the second quarter. Tyler Finicum set the inbound here. Will may or may not have given him a hard time when he was inbounding right in front of us. He said, you know, at least you could do is turn around and smile, and Tyler turned around and gave Will a smile on camera here. That's the cool thing about being courtside. You can have little conversations occasionally like that. That shot was off, no good. White pushes it back. Vaughn looks for the 3, doesn't take it. Washington, right side Cooper. Toby Cooper, 3 off, no good. Washington with the rebound, and no, it was Josh Vaughn down there. I couldn't see Vaughn for everybody else, so Josh Vaughn gets the bucket.
So finally, somebody other than a starter scoring for the Tigers. 26-8, 3:27 to play here first half.
Finicum with it. 18-point game. Darian Smith got up in the air and finally found somebody to go to before he traveled. Avendano gives it off to Jake Steele, who drives the basket, throws it up, and off no good. Josh Vaughn with the rebound. He's getting heckled and harassed and hammered down there, and bodies are flopping on the floor. And the Tigers are going to get it up on their side of half court, and now they're going to call, is that Finicum over there again?
I think it's Smith.
Smith it is. Darian Smith going to pick up the foul. His first, team's first. Inbound play coming for the Tigers here as they're going to switch, and Josh Vaughn will be the one to bring it in with 2:52 to go in the quarter. Washington with it. Washington has not scored in this one yet. He's the only starter not to have scored, correct?
Yes.
Vaughn with it. Goes to Alvey. Jake Steele trying to help out with him. And Avendano knocks it away, but Washington's there to get it back. And a kick. Going to reset the shot clock to 20 seconds.
Jake Steele on the kick for Monmouth-Roseville.
Washington. White. 3 off the hand of Alvey is short. Jake Steele with the rebound. He outlets it to Finicum in a hurry, and he's going to get the layup off no good, but the tip back off no good. Alvey gets the rebound. Avendano likes to tip the ball.
Yes, he does.
Tips it out on rebounds and tips it up on shots. If he'd have come down with that, he might have had a chance. Vaughn for three, a sports corner three for Josh Vaughn. And it's a 21-point advantage for the Tigers. Three on the way by Avendano now, and he nails a sports corner three. John DeYoung watching and says, any other D1 commits? There's a three by Josh Vaughn, a sports corner three. And that's what Josh Vaughn can do. He's not a starter, but if he finds his rhythm, he can nail the triples.
2 threes for the Tiger player off the bench on the last 2 trips for Illini Bluffs.
And again, Avendano trying to answer. Can't get it. And a rebound to Cooper. And back the other way it goes for the Tigers. As I was saying, John DeYoung, any other D1 commits other than Alvey to Lehigh. And that ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Wyatt Hindle checking back in, and Cole McCoy checking in for the first time for the Tigers. I do not believe, John, that there's any other D1 commits at this time. I haven't been told of any anyway. I haven't heard anybody talking about any, but it is true. Alvey is going to Lehigh, signed as a junior. Stephanie Bolander, Stevie and Adam are watching and rooting for Illini Bluffs. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. White's pass is lost, but gathered up by Alvey with 8 seconds on the shot clock now. McCoy with it, trying to get it in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Wyatt Hindle, long three off, no good. Vaughn with the rebound and the putback. Josh Vaughn gets the rebound, doesn't even bring it down, and he holds his hands out. He goes, I can't help it, I'm on fire.
10 points coming off the bench here in a quick amount of time for the Tigers.
And Clark has his second bucket. He's got 4 off the bench for the Titans. Ethan Clark scored in about 2 seconds after coming into the game. And there's Alvey with it. They're going to have to get it across here. It's got to be getting close to 10 seconds, isn't it? 3 on the way. Vaughn, no good. The other side of the pillow is warmed up a smidge.
Just a bit.
Avendano, and he's going to get fouled. Counted, and a foul for Nico Avendano. And Hank Alvey is going to have his second foul with 15.1 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Aiden Almagar checking in. And we're going to take this replay right now. Johnny, if you could, send us that replay as we got some more subs coming in. Here's the foul. And Alvey did his best to try to keep him from making that shot, Chris, and Avendano just powered through it.
He did.
Subs back in the game, several of them for the Titans. And a shot, the free throw couldn't complete the old-fashioned three-point play for Avendano. And it's going to be Wyatt Hindle with it, 8 seconds remaining. Devin White takes a look up at the clock, and he sets up the offense. Left side on the dribble to the rack, and he lost it. It goes right to Hindle. Was that a pass? Counted! Sports corner three for Wyatt Hindle. And I can't believe that was a pass.
I don't think it was either, but
I think
he gets the assist anyway.
I think he was going in for a layup and
just lost control of it. And
yes, he did. Coach Clay Vass over there going to try to get Kenny Suter to talk with him, but Clay snuck in. He didn't know Kenny was standing over there. And we'll just, Kenny's going to try and track him down. He's gone, Kenny.
He's gone.
Kenny, don't chase him into the locker room, Kenny. It's okay. He snuck out. I got to give Clay Vass credit. He is one of the best coaches to interview as far as he's willing to talk anytime he gets the chance. He just did not realize that Kenny wanted him. We'll see if Kenny can get him at the end of half. It's 37-15 at the half. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. It's time for the MDH Halftime Show, and we'll step away for a word from McDonough District Hospital.
You know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a fourth generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a fourth generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story, you love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, you know, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. You know, if someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, you know, I kind of have to tell them, you know, this is unique. You know, it's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Trying to get Clay Vash yet, but while we wait for that, we got some highlights for you here from the first half of action. We got a nice little give and go from White from Alvey to White for the bucket. Shot off, no good. Rebound by Toby Cooper. Devin White, the slam dunk. Oh, nice behind the back. I didn't realize that was a behind the back on that blocking call. That was a nice move out there at the top of the key. Here goes Wyatt Hindle, a little fake and pass. And then a shot up and in, a sports corner three for Alvey. There's a sports corner three by Avendano. Toby Cooper for three. Sports corner three is worth raining down in the first half. And there's a big time block by Alvey. It's not really that big of a time of a block when you're a foot taller than a guy, I guess, but
still,
there's another sports corner three by Avendano. Devin White's going to roll around and a finger roll up and in. And the last highlight is a three to end the quarter by by Wyatt Hindle, and that's where we stand. I'll let you do some stats there, Chris.
All right, for Illini Bluffs, they go 65.2% in the first half, 15 of 23, 6 of 14 from the three-point line, and 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Monmouth-Roseville 6 of 22, 27%, 2 of 7, 28.6%, and 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Leading scorer in the contest is Josh Vaughn with 10. Wyatt Hindle with 8. 8 for Hank Alvey, 6 for Devin White, 5 for Toby Cooper. For Monrose, 5 for Nico Avendano, 4 for Ethan Clark, 3 for Darian Smith, 2 for Aiden Almgeier, and 1 for Peyton Thompson.
So the discussion was about Clay Vass thought that the possession should have went the other way. The possession arrow was wrong, and they checked it, and it was not. It's been flipped now, and it will be Monmouth-Roseville basketball to start the second half, but that was all it was, and that's why nothing changed, because they figured out there was nothing wrong.
Okay, that'll work.
So, but it took
a lot of discussion about end up nothing. It turns out to be nothing.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That's what they need to do.
It's better to have long discussions and be right than it is have long discussions and be wrong.
Yes.
So, got to give them credit. The score table over there has had a long week, too. And I'll tell you what, there's not many better in the business of keeping a scorebook than Darrell Lippinson. He's been doing it, I think, 37 years here at Western Illinois University and does refereeing as well. So he's got the book thing down for the most part. Darian Smith tries to go to Avendano, and then it's going to be knocked away a couple times. Steele comes up with it. Avendano pump fake, drives. blocked from behind, I think, or he left it up hard off the glass. I don't know for sure which, and that's going to be a free ball as it was tipped. And the ball never got the rim, they said. Its shot is up off, no good. Darian Smith was there for the rebound on the air ball, but the problem was the shot clock was already off.
And seeing the 35-second shot clock in a high school game, I think I'm sold after watching this week.
Yeah, it has not hindered the game much, I don't think. It's amazing. Everybody thought all the scores are going to be higher. There's going to be a lot more made baskets because there's going to be so many more possessions, and the scores might be lower than they have been the rest of the year, in all honesty. We're at 37-15, for example. Here, 15 points and a half is not a whole lot. White's going to save it. No, he's not. Stepped on the baseline before he threw it back into White Hindle. Out of bounds. Possession to the Titans.
So I am one for putting that in permanent place at some point in the high school game.
Yeah, the problem with it is not as much about the fact that you have it. It's the fact that all the schools then need to buy the equipment for Almagar. Just Avendano.
And I guess one more person to run the clock, too.
Smith hits the sports corner three. Darian Smith.
That's his second of the contest.
Yeah, I think that's really the biggest thing. From where I stand, it's not so much that it doesn't need to be there, really. It's more about the fact that you have to spend the money to get the equipment. I've heard anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 to do that.
Oh, wow.
And then you also have to have somebody to run it every game, and it's not the easiest thing to run.
Right.
I mean, it seems simple enough, but you know, if you hit it when you're not supposed to because it didn't really get the rim or whatever, you know, and there's Alvey's going to bounce one up and in. Hank Alvey's got the bucket.
12 for Alvey.
Trying to find his way onto the all-tournament team, I would imagine here. Almagar with it. Steele. Down the corner. Avendano for three. A sports corner triple for Nico Avendano. And it is 39-21. A little bit of a comeback here.
Avendano with 8.
Devin White backs it out. 5:30 remaining third quarter. Here's Hindle driving the baseline, kicks it out top. Toby Cooper, three, short, and he shot it from college range, not high school range. Wyatt Hindle says, that's okay, I got you. I know how to do this. Sports corner three for Wyatt Hindle. He's got 3 of them now, if my memory serves me correctly.
11 points. He's in double figures now with 11.
It's 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. It's back to a 21-point advantage. And a foul's going to be called on Alvey. That's his third.
That'll be his third, as you said. Team's first here in the third quarter.
I don't know that I've seen a game with Hank Alvey having 3 fouls. I've watched Illini Bluffs a lot.
Yeah, he definitely, I don't think, has had 3 at any point in a game here in the tournament.
Thompson with the runner. Peyton Thompson gets the bucket to fall.
His first field goal, 3 points on the evening.
1 for 4 from the free throw line, if my memory serves me correct.
You are correct.
Devin White with it. Washington was cutting through, but he was amongst the trees, so he did not get the basketball from Devin White. A 2-3 zone here for the Titans, and going to take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. We've got the finish of 3 days of basketball. We're at the 5th place game right now between Monmouth-Roseville and Illini Bluffs. We have West Hancock and Central, Camp Point Central, playing in the 3rd place game next. And then the championship game is Macomb High School and Rock Ridge.
Old Olympic Conference battle.
Old Olympic Conference battle, that is correct. Those 2 teams knew each other well in the past, not quite as well anymore, but it'll still be a good one, I would imagine. But I was going to say, if you don't get enough basketball today, you could travel down the road to Edwardsville tomorrow and check out and they're going to call an offensive foul
on Cooper?
Toby Cooper, to see the Leathernecks women and men playing at Southern Illinois University Edwardsville tomorrow. They'll be back at home if you want to stay a little closer to home, here in Western Hall next Thursday and Friday. Doubleheaders. The cool thing about the OVC is White knocks that one out of bounds. Cool thing about the OVC, the Ohio Valley Conference, the new conference that Western is in this year, is they get to play the women and the men both at each one of their conference dates. So the women play first, the men play second.
Awesome.
And it should be a lot of fun all season long. And they have two very good basketball teams here this year at Western. 9-2 women, 7-6 men, on the strength of a 4-game winning streak for the men. And a foul is going to be called on Toby Cooper, his second.
That's his third.
His third, excuse me.
And team's third.
Avendano at the free throw line, hits the first one. Replay coming at you. Avendano gets past Cooper, and then he gets up on his back and then follows through on the arm a little bit to get the foul, and Avendano is going to shoot his second. Cooper takes a seat. Josh Vaughn, who came to life within the three-point line in the first half, as Avendano hits them both.
That's going to put him at double digits with 10. 42-25 lead for the Illini Bluffs Tigers, just about halfway through the third quarter.
Washington with it. Vaughn now. They're not giving Vaughn any space right now anyway. Vaughn has, what, 8 points? Is that right?
He has 10. Had 10 all in the second quarter.
That pass went into Jack Murphy, and he wasn't even looking for it when it hit him. Finicum into the game.
Shot clock at 6 for Illini Bluffs.
Hindle gets it into Washington, who nearly stepped out of bounds. White with it. He's going to go to the rack, leave it up short. He was, I think, almost too open. Darian Smith down the baseball pass / football pass was incomplete.
Just out of reach.
I think somebody else heard me behind because they said it's no good out of bounds. Josh Vaughn with it. 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Jack Murphy, Finicum on him. Gives it to White. Through White's legs and out of bounds. Clay Vasson pointed immediately, and Dave Hasley comes down and talks. And
it's going to stay with the Tigers with 9 on the shot clock.
So that's why waiting to push that button is a lot harder thing to do than you might think. Shot clock is not the easiest thing in the world to run, folks. And timeout charged to Clay Vass and the Illini Bluffs Tigers. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. The explosiveness of the Tigers in the first half has not come back here in the second.
No, just 5 points thus far for the Illini Bluff Tigers. Monmouth-Roseville with 10 in the quarter. 42-25, 3:08 to play here. Third quarter of our fifth place game. It will be Tiger basketball out of the timeout with 9 ticks on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's just an added little thing to think about, isn't it? It's like every time you have the ball, you're at the end of a period.
And I honestly am surprised. We've had some shot clock violations, but not maybe the number I thought we might have.
Inbounded to Hindle. It's blocked. Jump ball. Almagar is going to get the block, and it'll be possession to Monmouth-Roseville. (42-25), a 17-point lead. It's been as high as 20-some, and they're going to let the ball roll all the way to half court. Steele picks it up there, saving as much time as they can, trying to get back into this one. Are the Titans. Finicum to Avendano. Over to Smith. Smith's going to drive around White, puts the shot up, leaves it short, gets his own rebound, throws it up, can't get it to fall. Gives another rebound. He's got 2 of them. Now it's tipped away by Hindle. Hindle's going to go back the other way, hesitates, gives it to Washington. Washington, the final starter to score, gets his first 2, and it's 44-25. Almagar back in a hurry the other direction. A 1-on-4, though. Make it a 1-on-5 it was. He thought better of it. And Almagar steps on the baseline, trying to drive baseline. And that's these kids and players, whatever level, just paint that line so close. That just happens occasionally.
Yeah, it does.
It's not like they want to, obviously. It just is one of those things. When you're painting the line that close, sometimes it's going to happen. Washington with it. 2:23 remaining, third quarter. Josh Vaughn, right side. Now down to Wyatt Hindle. Darian Smith, I believe, is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his third. Is that right?
Second.
Second.
First team foul on the Titans here in the third quarter.
Titans, I don't know if they even had one in the first quarter, did they?
Had 1 in each quarter thus far.
1 in each quarter. 3 on the way by Vaughn, off no good.
Bodies all over the floor.
Smith down, and a reverse layup is up and in. Darian Smith gets another bucket.
Gets him to 8 points, 44-27 lead for Illini Bluffs.
Devin White with it. Wyatt Hindle. 1:48 remaining. Back to White. He's going to drive, dumps it. Hindle, 3. Good. A sports corner 3 for Wyatt Hindle. Down the court it goes in a hurry, looking for Almagar, tipped away by Hindle.
4-3 by Hindle.
No, it wasn't not a tipped away by Hindle. It's going to stay or go to the Tigers. Another baseball pass is wide left and out of no good.
14 points on the night for Hindle, and as I said, 4 threes for the senior from Illini Bluffs.
Once again, hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Share the stream, like it if you would. Subscribe to our channel. You ought to see a bunch of outstanding basketball, both girls and boys basketball. It's a good place to watch it right here on TSSR Game Time Live on our Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel. If you want to mix a little harness racing in there, you can. Avadano knocks that one away from behind out of Vaughn's hands, and Cole McCoy checks in.
Good reflexes by our cameraman down there in the
yeah, we need a replay of that. Did he bail out of the way? Did the camera stay steady? That's the real key. The camera did not stay steady. No. John said his goal, though, was to keep from getting hit by the basketball. I don't think he's done that today. Devin White on the drive. No basket. Shooting 2, though. Foul's going to be called. See if it's on Jake Steele. It is.
It'll be Shake's first, team second.
Devin White to the free throw line, and we'll show you a replay of the foul on Jake Steele as White drove to the hoop. First free throw is good. Here's the replay.
Hung on the rim.
He drives in. Oh, a little forearm shiver there. Kind of gave him the forearm push right there.
Yeah, he did.
If he wouldn't have extended that forearm, he might have got away with that one. But when you extend it right in front of the official, you're probably going to get that call. Second free throw is much better. Right through, nothing but net for Devin White.
8 points on the night for White. 49-27 lead for Illini Bluffs.
Washington, that's going to be kicked by Darian Smith. Now, they call over and back, and it technically was, but it was tipped, and then it was touched. And Darian Smith was the one that touched it, and then when he touched it again, they called over and back. These championship round games to this point have not been that close.
No, they have not to this point.
As the Tigers have kind of dominated this one from the jump, literally, and Eureka dominated the one for the consolation championship pretty much the same way against Pittsfield. Inbound to Washington, who slips. They had a towel down there wiping up some water, but they obviously missed some of it. Left side, Darian Smith skips it across to Finicum. Finicum, oh, nice pass down to Almagar. Great look from Finicum to Almagar.
Gives Almagar 4 points. Lead at 20 for Illini Bluffs.
Almagar going to pick up Devin White. Almagar might have the best goatee in the tournament. I don't know that that's a thing. Maybe we should make an award for something like that. What do you think?
We could maybe do something like that.
We'll do that for next year. We'll keep track next year.
TSSR going to sponsor it?
We could. I would. If we could figure out a way, we could do that. Maybe we get great clips to sponsor or something. Shot up and off, no good by White. A lot of contact. No foul call with 3 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Darian Smith pulls up, throws it overhand, two-handed to the basket. It's off the top of the backboard, no good. That's how the quarter comes to an end. After 3, it's the Illini Bluffs Tigers 49, Titans 29. You're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Let's go! Got a lot of acres to take care of. 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. The final 8 minutes of the 5th place game coming your way here from the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. This is game number 24. We still have game number 25, the 3rd place game, and game number 26. The championship game to come here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as you're watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage presented by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance. 49-29, Titans trail the Tigers here. It's going to be Tigers basketball. Cole McCoy is going to inbound right in front of us here on the near side to the camera, far side from the official scoring bench, and Wyatt Hindle has it. And it goes off Toby Cooper's hand. Oh, nice save, Coach. Is that Coach Barnett? Is that Coach Barnett? That's a nice save, Coach. Good job. We saw that. Good job saving the little one. Good job back there, Central's coach, saving the youngin' from getting hit by the ball. saving the youngin' from getting hit by the basketball as it went out of bounds. And it looks like blood on the jersey of Devin White. He learned from last night, folks. He went off the floor before he changed his jersey. And changed the jersey, so Devin White's going to be number 30. Is that 32 or 12?
32.
32 coming back in. Wasn't that Hank Alvey's number last year?
Might have been.
Dumped out, Avendano, 3. No good, shorts. Off the floor, picked up by Cole McCoy. Skip across. Vaughn, 3. No good. Left it short. He was on fire early. He's kind of cooled off here in his last 4 or 5 shots. 4th quarter action. 3 on the way. No good. Off the hand of Andy Myers. And to go back the other way with the Tigers now. Wyatt Hindle gives it to Cole McCoy. McCoy's going to drive. He had a lane to the basket. Had beat Almagar and gave it up. Myers going to drive, dumps it out. Smith. Almagar got a little forearm to the back from Toby Cooper, but he makes the basket anyway, and it's down to an 18-point advantage.
6 now for Aiden Almagar for the Titans.
Wyatt Hindle gives it to McCoy. He gives it to Alvey, long left elbow area jumper, off no good. Ball tipped around, and going to stay with the Tigers off the hand, the official said, of Jake Steele. Finicum checks in for Devin White is wearing number 32. You know, I haven't seen that in 10 years, and I've seen it twice in this tournament, last night and today. Inbound, Toby Cooper backs up Smith. The ball's up and in. Toby Cooper gets the bucket. Back to a 20-point game as we approach the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. We will have the trophy presentations after this. And then we'll have the third place game coming up. As White gets a steal, Darian Smith's going to follow him. White kind of dunked it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that is Hank Alvey's number from last year because White pulled it up and pointed at Alvey. Ball's kicked. It's going to be reset. No reset in the shot clock. It only goes back to 20 anyway, so it wasn't below 20, so no reset.
White was going to go up, I think, and flush it, but I think lost the handle on it as he was going up a little bit and just laid it up and in.
Three is good by Almagar. Aiden Almagar gets
9
the
points.
Sports Corner 3, and it's back under 20 again. I think we should have Kenny Suter ask Coach Vass if Alvey was number 32 last year. Hank Alvey gets the bucket right there. I just need to know that for my own well-being at this point. Oh, nice runner off, no good. Avendano has it, stripped away by Wyatt Hindle. And Cooper with it now. Toby Cooper's going to push it back. He goes to Alvey. Alvey looks to drive, backs it off. Now he's going to drive anyway. Gives it to Wyatt Hindle. Wyatt Hindle wanted an NBA triple, didn't take it. Cole McCoy drives, puts the runner up. A lot of contact, no foul, left it short either way. And back the other way it goes on the hands of Jake Steele. Oh, behind him. Oh, what
Another
a pass.
one.
Almagar leaves it a little long, and it bounced out, though. Two great passes go to a proverbial waste right there for the Titans. Behind the back, then a great pass from Avendano to Almagar, who couldn't finish. Cooper with it, 4:25 remaining. McCoy is playing with purpose. He wants to get in the scorebook, doesn't he?
He does.
Alvey, a little fadeaway jumper, baseline off, no good. White is there, and it's picked away by Almagar. He pushes it back the other way, gets it to Avendano. Avendano to Steele for a long triple. It's off, no good. Rebound to somebody over there. Finicum, maybe. I couldn't see through the official.
Yeah, it was Finicum 12.
And White with the steal, and it goes off the official, and it stays in. And subs coming in for both teams. Blackman in for the Titans.
Number 5, Will Giptos. Number 5, a junior. And number 13, Jack Murphy, the senior, back for Illini Bluffs.
And Ty Corsaro is in for the Titans as well, number 5. So a pair of 5s come in just from different teams. Down to 3:46 remaining here in the basketball game. As some might say, it's may not be completely, but it's pretty much over except for what the final score is going to be, as both teams have put subs in the ball game now. Darian Smith is still in, though. He's going to drive to the rack and gets the finger roll counted in a foul. So as I look through the lineup here, there's 2 starters for the Titans in, Darian Smith and Jake Steele. For the Tigers, there's 2 starters, 44 Hank Alvey and now 32 Devin White. Darian Smith at the free throw line after he made the bucket. He did make that, right?
Yes, he did.
Free throws off, no good. And we had a replay, but we're gonna show it anyway here. Here we go. Well, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. Darian Smith, a little contact from Devin White from behind.
Yep.
Drew the foul, missed the old-fashioned three-point play attempt to get the free throw to fall. Now Alvey with it. He got hammered in the back of the head by Blackman.
Blackman's first on the Titans.
Titans have not had many fouls tonight.
No, just their 4th at this point. Had 1 in each of the first 2 quarters, 2 in the 3rd, and now their first here in the 4th.
White's going to inbound. Alvey has it knocked away on a pass attempt. Darian Smith's going to push down. Murphy knocked it away from Darian Smith, and then Darian Smith went chasing after it and knocked it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Tigers. Inbounded to Alvey. Against a little token full court pressure anyway. Tyler Finicum on the guarding of Cole McCoy. Alvey, give and go to White. White's layup is up and in. Devin White's got another 2. It's pretty much just been this steady 20-point progression here this entire second half. 3 by Darian Smith. A sports corner triple for Darian Smith. And it's down to 18 again at the 2:27 mark.
Smith with 13 for the Titans.
Cole McCoy as Devin White sends Will Giftus to the right side. Jack Murphy with it. Cole McCoy. Devin White. White has it stripped away by Corsaro. Then it's on the ground, thrown around. Corsaro comes up with it. Outlets it to Smith. Smith is going to be fouled by Cole McCoy. His first, I believe, right?
Yep, team second.
And a couple free throws coming for Darian Smith here.
It's like substitution number 20, Landon Whitfield in. Or we'll check in for the Tigers. Also, Josh Vaughn.
First free throw off, no good. And here comes a replay of the foul. Nice outlet pass, and just reaching in with the hand was McCoy. Alvey and White take a seat. So Hank Alvey plays his final game on the floor of Western Hall as a Illini Bluffs Tiger anyway. Devin White takes a seat as well. Devin White just a junior. Darian Smith at the free throw line to complete the second of 2 free throws. See if he can go 2 for 2, and he does. Sub coming in for him is going to be number 25, Maddox Clark, for the Titans. So we'll set the floor here if we can. Andy Myers, I believe, out there, number 10. Number 25, Maddox Clark. Number 5 is Ty Corsaro. Also out there, number 32 is James Blackman. And on the far side, number 44, Dame Thiabu. Jack Murphy puts a shot up, and we'll see how Jake pronounces his name to make sure I get it right here. Dame Thibault picks up the foul. Jack Murphy is going to be shooting 2. We'll see if we have a replay of that after this. Here comes the replay. Thiabu gets the foul. A little body, not a whole lot though. Give him a little hip check. Murphy misses the second. Rebound out to Vaughn. Vaughn from NBA range, no good. Thiabu with the rebound. 1:24 remaining. I thought he was going to hit that for a second.
I thought he did too.
58-41. We'll set the floor here for the Tigers in a second if we get a chance. Blackman's going to get the bucket. So it's Josh Vaughn, number 20, Landon Whitfield, number 15, Cole McCoy, number 5 is Will Giftus, and on the far side, number 13, Jack Murphy. That's the 5 on the floor for the Tigers right now. As we are under a minute to play here in the 5th place game, the Tigers going to get the 5th place trophy here at the 2023 Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. You're watching Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage of the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, brought to you by brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm. I was just so discombobulated. They called a timeout to get subs in. In the game is going to be number 35, who I don't have on my roster.
Monmouth-Roseville, I think.
And number 45,
Jackson Thomas.
Kamon Phillips. Jackson Thomas. Number 35. Murphy with it. Got to shoot it up here. Giftus is going to loft one up. They could have called a foul. And Coach Vass, I don't think, really wants the time, but would like to have the foul for Giftus. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Thibault checking back in. Blackman takes the seat. 31 seconds remaining. Also out there, as I said, come on, Phillips. Stolen away by Giftus. Back the other way. Oh, he's going to try to get it to McCoy. Can't do it. It's going to be stolen away by Clark. Phillips left it short. Taking it back for the Tigers is Whitfield. Whitfield gets it across, and that's how this one's going to end. I don't think he's going to shoot it here. Phillips is going to guard him nonetheless, though. And that's how this one's going to end. Final score, 58-43. The Illini Bluffs Tigers down to Monmouth-Roseville Titans in a 5th place game. The Tigers finished 5th. The Titans finished 6th here in the 2023 Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. The Bomber Sports Network is sponsoring the 5th place trophy, and Justice Keene will be calling the championship game tonight with Kelly Sears. Is out to present the 5th place trophy. Get the captains, Hank Alvey and Wyatt Hendel, to walk out and get the 5th place trophy from Justice Keene. And there it is. Clay Vass maybe going to walk over and talk to Kenny Suter this time. And he is moving that way. We'll see if Kenny snags him or not here. That's going to be the key, folks, as the trophy presentation's already done. As Clay Vass is there, I believe, now with Kenny Suter, and we'll send it over to him.
Well, Coach, great win, led throughout the entire time. Had a great time watching the game, especially, and the rest of your team. Your team is just great, running up and down the court, getting inside. Overall, pretty happy with a win here?
Oh, yeah, we're happy. Monmouth-Roseville is a nice program. I've known Jake Soto since he was a child. I went to college with his father, so he does a good job. He was a heck of a player himself, and so we knew that they were going to come in and present some problems for us. And, you know, playing early in the morning and then turn around and playing late like this, you know, our big thing was come in and be focused. And I felt like our guys stepped up and were focused, which is what allowed us then to do the kind of things that we wanted to do.
Coming home with a trophy as well, and another big thing, getting the experience to play on a D1 court and getting all your team in as well. That is huge for all of these kids.
Well, you know, these kids, they work hard, and especially those kids that are like number 7 through 8, 9, 10. They work very hard in practice every day, and they sometimes don't get in. In our case, luckily, we're up enough that sometimes they do. But, yeah, to get a chance to play here at Western Hall and this tournament with what it means and the kind of tournament it is and the success we've had here as our program, yeah, it's good to get those young guys in there, so hopefully they get that experience and we can come back next year and continue our battle towards trying to win this thing. I mean, we thought we had a shot last year, we got second. Thought we had a shot this year, we got knocked off. But, you know, the main thing is we came out with 3 wins, and that's 3 more for us, and that's what we're after right now, trying to look to the future and keep ourselves in the hunt for postseason.
All righty. Congratulations, and good luck through the rest of the year.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll send it back to Dwayne.
All right. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate that. Coach Vass, always great to talk to and willing to talk, and it's those coaches that make this so much fun for us to do. And got some stats here before we get to the highlights. Let's do some stats.
All right, 56.1% for Illini Bluffs in the game, 23 of 41 from the field, 8 of 21. So they shoot over 55%, almost 40% beyond the arc, 38.1, 8 of 21, and 4 of 6 on the line for 66.7%. Monmouth-Roseville, 37.2% for the contest, 16 of 43. 6 of 16, 37.5%, and 50% from the free throw line, 5 of 10, as Illini Bluffs places 5th as they knock off the Monmouth-Roseville Titans 58-43.
All right, let's send some highlights before we close things out from this contest between Monmouth-Roseville and Illini Bluffs, who got the 5th place trophy, did the Tigers. Kicking it out, Darian Smith for 3, a sports corner 3 there for Darian Smith. Now it's going to be Jake Steele dumping it down the corner to Avendano, and Nico Avendano, another sports corner 3 for the Titans over in the corner. Wyatt Hendel, he's got 4 of those, and there's another one as it's a sports corner 3 for him. And there's Jaden Washington getting his only bucket of the night. for number 3, the junior. Now the outlet pass. They had some nice outlet passes. Darian Smith holds up and gets the reverse layup to fall around Josh Vaughn. And then in the corner, another triple and a sports corner 3 for Hank Alvey. Now goes to Finicum. Oh, there's that nice bounce pass to Almagar from Finicum. And now inbounding. Triple on the way. And good for sports corner 3. And then down to Alvey on the give and go to White. He's going to lay it up, and he's wearing Alvey's old number right there. Didn't find out that his number 32 was Alvey's old number. And there's Darian Smith with another basket for the Titans, and that'll do it. Well, the Tigers get a 58-43 win to take home the 5th place trophy in the 2023 Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament. So for Chris Frankhauser, I'm Dwayne Hewlett, and for everybody on the staff here, thanks for joining us for the 5th place game. We got 2 of them left, just 2 more to go. It's the 3rd place game coming up next. You'll be able to watch it right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You've been watching the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament coverage presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. We'll be back in just a little bit.